And how are all my fuckheads doing today? Guess where the fuck I'm at? I'm in La Jolla, where all the fucking uber rich come to fucking take all your fucking money. And I want to introduce you to one of the biggest ones that are doing it in our space. This is, guess what this is? That is what this is. That is the institution that is the Statue of Liberty when it comes to being able to have you and me port our dollars into tokens and turn our tokens into dollars. This is Silvergate Bank, ticker symbol SI. This company currently is worth about $23 on the stock exchange, yet it had a valuation of almost 10 times as much, or more than 10 times as much, I believe, when it was at its peak. Nevertheless, and how does a company do $1 trillion in transactions with only $14 billion in assets? Well, they do that by promising you that everything is fine, by getting scam bank run fraud to tell you that this is such a great institution. Because without this fucking institution, crypto.com, fucking Coinbase, FTX, none of that shit would have happened. None of it. This is where they turn your dollars into tokens and vice versa. And I imagine a ton of you were thinking, oh, what a great opportunity. We're at the bottom of the market. And if this institution is the conduit, the port, the Statue of Liberty that's bringing in the immigrants from fucking the real fucking fiat world, the fake fiat world, or the idea of what people consider as real, into our virtual world, without them, none of this shit would have happened. And I bring this up because news has it now that a company that's worth $14 billion is being investigated for money laundering. You know, and this is just one instance. I mean, come on, without this company, would have Scam Bankman Fraud been able to get away with what he did? I mean, are you ever going to see any news like this? You know, and what's even more spectacular is if we take into consideration Brandon. What's this fucking guy's? Brandon Bloomer. He bought 9.3% of this bank, and EOS owns 7.5% of this bank. EOS, that company, remember them? They came along and raised $4 billion with the promise of what EOS would do, yet they didn't take any of that money and build out the infrastructure. They stuck it in their pockets and created an exchange called Bullish so they wouldn't get caught for doing exactly what they did, which was securities fraud. This is one of the entities that protects them. And because of that, now he's a 20% owner. And I'm sure a ton of you, like I said, are going to fucking think that Silvergate's a great buy in consideration of how low the market is and we only have one way to go up. But if you ask me, you ask a fuckhead like me, and you hang out at a degenerate space like this is the next fucking place that's going to go down. Because we need all the fake money printers out there. They need to know who you are and what you do. So they need to bring AML and KYC to your ass. And this fucking entity is going to crash, just like Scam Bankman Fraud, and reveal the whole idea of how everything is such a big scam. And you need the biggest scam of all to save you, which is the US fiat dollar. You know, obviously you come to this channel to see stupid perspectives like mine, but I thought I'd take you to like the fucking root. Look at this place. We should bow down to these motherfuckers, right? Because they're the ones that gave it to us. They're the ones that allowed it to happen. Yet, if you never fucking open your eyes, you're never gonna fucking see. You stupid fuckheads.